One more time for Samara. I really bungled how I grabbed all of this. Hold on, sorry. I usually don't. This isn't my first time on a stage before, I swear. A stool? What? Okay, you guys are like, shut the fuck up. Oi, Madison. Fun to be back. Fun to be back. I'm from here. Every time I come back, the first thing I do is I just go to Woodman's and just vibe. You know, I just fucking soak it in for an hour and a half. Just standing there. I don't buy a single thing. I just... They're like, that guy's been here my whole shift. Still not the weirdest person here, though. That's pretty... I'm like, I'm waiting for Phil. Where is he? I still have yet to see Phil. They have his son in the commercials now? I don't fucking... Whatever. Like, I'm not going to call him dad if that's what you want me to do. It's not going to... All right, I'll fucking talk about politics. I was gonna make a Z104 joke next, but you guys are like, no more local shit. Oh, what's going on in politics? I haven't kept up, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't. Ever since Biden announced that he was gonna drop out to focus on his music, I was like, and so am I, you know? I'm out. I'm out with my boy. Good for him, man. He was doing whatever he was doing for like 80 years. Let him fucking do Pitchfork next year, all right? Get him out there. Coachella, he's in a ska band. Can you imagine Joe Biden saying the word ska? You wouldn't know when to stop exhaling or talking. You just, ska. Secret Service is like, pick him up, pick him up, pick him up. You guys saw at the Super Bowl, the halftime show, there was that protester who held up the Palestinian flag that said, you know, free Sudan and free Gaza. You saw that? Yeah, that was Joe Biden. That's the name of his band. It's great, Google SEO, it's genius, but he's a genius, so. I love Biden, I fucking do. I don't care. I can see you guys. You guys are looking at me like, oh, he's unwell. He needs help. No, I love Biden. I think he's the best president we've ever had, if I'm being honest. I'll explain. You guys are fucking losing it. They're like, what the hell is he saying? I think Biden's the best president we've ever had because he's bringing us together in ways we didn't even know, right? Seriously. He was. He could be, if he walked in this room right now, it doesn't matter where you lie, right, what side of the aisle, anything like that. If he walked in here right now, collectively, we would all see him and we'd go, he's lost. He doesn't. And that's beautiful, right? That's progress. No other president in history, right? I think there's one, but... History nerds, you'll tell me afterwards. I know you will. But no other president in history has had that kind of power, right, to bring us all together at once, right? Trump could walk in here. You could hate Trump with every fiber of your being, right? I guarantee you, if he walked in here the same way, part of you would go, is he Robby Hoffman, man? Why is he here? If Biden walked in, you'd be like, who the fuck is watching him, man? What is this? There's a lot of stairs to get down here. He only has one shoe on. Where the fuck are my tax dollars going? I love old politicians, man. Those are my fucking guys, dude. It's so sick. Those are my superheroes, to be honest. Those are my superheroes. I don't like Marvel. I just watch C-SPAN, okay? Because I'm like, hey, fucking look at him go. You know? Look at him. To me, it's like when you see like an elephant at the zoo make a painting. You know? That's what it's like. It's like, is he meaning to do this? I don't know. Is he having fun? Looks like he's smiling to me. So that's what I'm gonna tell myself, you know? Let him go. No, I love old politicians, man. And it was tough recently. We lost a real one. We lost Dianne Feinstein, and Yeah, silence is right. A moment, a moment for our fallen soldier. She's in hell. We'll get to it later. I love Dianne Feinstein. She was, if you don't know who she was, at the time of her death, she was the oldest living sitting senator and 91 years young. And yeah, some people have a problem with that, you know. They're like, I don't want someone making choices on Bitcoin who was born 5 years after the invention of sliced bread. That's true. Another version I do is, I don't want someone making choices on Bitcoin who was born 5 years before the invention of the chocolate chip cookie. And that is also true. She is right in the middle, just a little diamond, you know? Just a little fucking diamond. But I like old politicians because it's like, they don't know, you know? They think it's the 70s. So just like, in that sense, it makes sense that we're in the position we are. Because I'm sure if you went up to Dianne Feinstein on her last day and you were like, Senator, one thing on your way out, what should we do about global climate change? She'll look you dead in the eyes and be like, tell Jimmy Carter to suck my fucking dick. How about tell him he can farm these nuts, baby. And then she just lights a pile of plastic on fire. She's like, burn! You'll be like, no, Senator, we don't do that anymore. That's not how we get rid of plastic. We eat it now. It's different. It's not. I like you guys like microplastics? Any not? Hey. Yeah, okay. That's scary. I was doing it as a joke. You guys. Whew, okay. I was gonna be like, I'm a 90s baby, so it makes me feel like a little Beanie Baby, you know? But you guys are just like, we love it! Coursing through our veins! We see them look like ants crawling across. Oy. Okay, I think that's all I had. Dianne Feinstein, yeah. I'm looking at my phone, it's not professional, but I'm on eBay, so I don't care. The auction is ending and you want my attention, please. You guys remember when eBay was big? Early 2000s, yeah? Fucking turn a nun into an absolute ghoul. It was insane. You go outside every day, it was like the Eagles won the Super Bowl. Shit was flipped, everything was on fire. You're like, what happened? And they're like, I got the toaster signed by Alf! Sorry, I spit a little bit on there, but I spit a little bit right there. Hey, where are we going? It was wild because people would go on eBay. I had a friend legitimately call in sick to work one day so he could just sit on eBay. And I was like, hey man, I'll drive you to Best Buy right now to get that DVD, okay? We can just go. And he was like, this one is scratched and it's from Buffalo. So I was like, I don't know if that's gonna make Shrek any better, but it's your fucking life, dude, so have at it. And then they added the buy it now button. I'm gonna keep going. They added the buy it now button, that's when it tanked. Because eBay, it's about the thrill of the hunt, you know? It's primal, it's on there. That's when Craigslist took off though, because Craigslist is like, who the fuck knows what's gonna happen up there, right? You're gonna email back and forth with the weirdest person in the world for a day, right? And then you're gonna show up to an empty mall parking lot where you're like, well, I'm either leaving with a cabinet or sex trafficked. One of the two. But God, I love a deal, you know? Gotta get one. I'm gonna talk about race. I know how white this city is, and I know you guys would appreciate a warning. So I don't want to scare you, you know, but it's coming. It is. Because I lived on the West Coast for a little while. It started to get to me. I started to get a little vain. You know, I started to care about looks and aging, and I wanted to take care of my skin, you know. Because my whole life, all they told me about skincare was like, you don't have to worry, black don't crack, okay? Black don't crack, you don't gotta worry, black don't crack. But in my lived experience, half black gets called Puerto Rican. So, you know, you see, I'm like, I don't know what that means for my skin. That's what I'm like, let me get a little proactive, but it's bad, dude. There's certain neighborhoods in Chicago I can't walk through at dinner time. It's, little grandmothers try to pull me in, and I have to be like, no, it's okay, I'm good. And they're like, oh my God, they don't feed you, they don't teach you Spanish, pobrecito. You ever let down a Mama Coco to her face? It's not good. So I stay my ass home. It's wild, too. People think it's been my whole life. I remember one time in middle school, or no, wait. Yeah, no, it was middle school because this Disney Channel movie came out. And we were doing a group project, and it was, like, competitive, and I got all excited. And we had a sub that day. So, you know when you have a sub, right, everyone in the class kind of comes together and unites, right? And they're like, we're going to fuck with them a little bit, right? We're going to maybe switch some names, switch some seats. We're going to do something. You know, we're going to do something. But only if it's a male teacher, though, all right? If it's a woman, leave her alone, okay? She's had enough, all right? She was listening to 9 to 5 in the parking lot, pumping herself up, okay? Don't give her another reason to go get plastered after work with her friends. But so we had a male sub, right? So we were trying to get him to kill himself. And, oh, so now we're not all agreeing that that's what we do. Interesting. But so it was a group project, it was competitive, so I stood up, I got all excited, I was like, "Si se puede!" And across the room, he went, "I knew it." He goes, "I knew it." He looked at the attendance sheet, he was like, "You threw me with the last name, but I knew you're a little caliente." I knew. That means spicy. That means spicy for anyone, whatever. I'm not spicy at all. My mom is Norwegian and German, and my dad is black, but listens to the Eagles. So, like, heavily. So it's not a lot of sabor, you know? That's what I'm trying to say. It's more mayo, but it's wild, though. White people love to talk to me about the N-word, too. I don't know what. Actually, yeah, hold on. Tell me why. I got most of you in a room. Come on, let's fuck. No, I had one dude one time. He was like, "Oh, so you're mixed?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Okay." So like, what do you do about the N-word? I was like, it's a cause? Like, what do you? Oh, what do I do, Steven? Every Turkey Day, me and my family do the 5K to stop it. They're like, "Well, hold on. Morgan Wallen took another Uber. It's a 20K now." Not everyone laughed at that, and that's how I know who listens to Morgan Wallen still. Who separates the art from the artist. I used to, you know, chug along, and then I would stop and go, "The college football coach got mad at who on the team?" And that people didn't like that one as much. Kind of because it was always relevant, which is more a sign of the times than anything else. But where was I? Race. You guys were iffy on that. Oh, here we go. I did find out recently that my great-grandfather was in the Klan. I'll let you figure out which side of the family. It was wild, man. I went to the group chat when I found that out. I was like, "Yo, check this shit out." And my friends are trying to be supportive. They're like, "Hey, man, you know, like, that's tough, obviously. Is it hard to see that side of your family now? Like, what's going on? Are you conflicted internally?" And I thought about it. I hadn't really thought about it until then, you know, because I was still just kind of in shock. And so I thought about it, and I was just like, I'm actually pretty fucking stoked. Because that means the Klan has to let me in now because I'm a legacy, you know? So it's like, the fuck are you guys doing, Madison? Putting up yard signs? Okay. Yeah, real difference. I'm in the fucking hood, all right? I figure I'd show up to their, like, tryouts or auditions or whatever the fuck they have. And it's in a school gym. They're at one side on tables. It's like Bring It On. And they're over there, you know, and I walk in, and immediately they're like, "What?" You know? They see me, they're like, "Soccer's that way." But then I slide my paperwork across the table, right? I slide it across the table, and they grab it, they huddle together, and they're all like, and then they go, those were all the years we won regionals. And then I'm in. And then I'm in. I don't know what I'd do, but I figure I'd be the youngest person there, so they'd have me on like youth pastor duty, you know? They'd just like send me to skate parks with a vape and be like, go get him, you know? Going up to all these little scooters, just like, black people are sus, am I right? So you guys hate women, or have we not hit that part of the internet yet? What's up? I am in therapy, though. I am in therapy. Not because of that, just because it's trending. And I love a trend, you know, I can't miss out. Therapy is trending. I don't think you guys are gonna like this, but therapy's the new fentanyl, baby. And look, it's sweeping the streets, and cops won't go near it. So, you put a cop even in fucking eye view of therapy, and they're the doctors are like, that's not how that works. And they're like, you've never been on a ride along. You all cops? What's up? Real quiet in the center section. Sergeant gonna like this in the morning. You know what? This is how you get out of a ticket. They pull you over and they go, you want something out of the car? Go, do you mind unpacking your childhood? They'll like knock on your fucking roof like, verbal warning. You got a verbal warning, get out of here. You can go and get. Just back in their car like, officer down. My dad was a cop, so like, I can say that. You know, I can. You think what they're doing out there is bad. Ain't no body cams in the house. All right? That's the line? That's the fucking line for you guys? I didn't expect it, but you never do with the thin blue ones, am I right? No, I'm in therapy because I'm at rock bottom. I'm doing pretty fucking bad, I'm not gonna lie. I live at the poverty line. Thank you for laughing at that. That's pretty fun. I am in such a, I recommend it for everyone, really, especially politicians for a year. But that's I only say that because I'm trying to get a job on the Daily Show. But that's not for you. That's for Hollywood. And that, I think everyone should. It's like, hold on, what the fuck am I saying? Oh, that's right. I just looked at my bank account. I was like, that's okay, all right. Yeah. No, I think everyone should. I'm at the point where I don't care if my identity gets stolen. You know, have you ever been there? Have you ever hit that? You're like, go ahead, take it for a spin. Take it for a spin. You will be back. I guarantee it. You will. When you got to get a cosign to get a fucking haircut, you will be back. All right, I'm telling you. You guys think my hair is this long because I want it to be? This is a warning for everyone. The bigger my hats get, the worse it is. Soon you're gonna see me in a full motorcycle helmet and you're gonna be like, Elliott, and I'll go, yo soy Grant Radish, then run to Mexico. Tell everyone I fucking died. I'm broke as hell. I'm broke, but I smoke weed, which means I smoke dirt weed. I smoke, ugh, it is. I smoke weed so bad it was never illegal, you know? I was smoking a joint once on the sidewalk, and a cop was walking up, and I went to put it away. He goes, "Oh, hold on, son. That menthol smells expired." So, put that out if I were you. I also just recently got into weed, which is wild. I really got into it at 30. How old am I? I got it 31. King alert. Got into smoking weed, and it's very lonely. It is very, because I'm discovering things for the first time that my friends figured out, you know, when they were 14, 15, you know? I can't go up to my buddy and be like, yo, have you ever smoked and listened to music, dude? Like, it's fucking ethereal, dude. It's surreal. You should try it. He'll look me dead in the eyes and be like, I just told you I'm getting a fucking divorce. What are you saying? She took the house, she took the kids. Yesterday I bought rope and I'm like, I got an album for that, buddy. Yeah, I got Suicidal Tendencies. You ever heard of them? It's punk. Again, that was the line? Interesting. This is really interesting. Don't make fun of cops and don't mention punk bands. Heard. I did a dab for the first time recently. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm kind of a fucking hero. No, I did a dab. I've been scared to do dabs. The first time I ever saw one was probably 10 years ago. And it was at this day. Wait, hold on. Does anyone not know what a dab is? It's okay. We're not. I was gonna say we're not gonna make fun of you, and she just fucking over here, and she was like, "Shut the fuck up! I know what a fucking dab is, Rachel." All right, I gotta go. A dab, it's like super concentrated THC to the point where it's not even a plant anymore. It's like, it's fucking earwax. And to smoke it, you have to have all kinds of heavy machinery and like fucking OSHA permits. A lot of people don't know about those. But the first time I saw one was at this like day party cookout thing, and this girl did one and she got so high, I'm not exaggerating, she couldn't put her sunglasses on afterwards. She was like a bobblehead in a fucking wind tunnel, just. It was wild. Everyone was freaking out. They were like, oh my God, she can't walk, she can barely talk. I was the only sober person, so they looked at me and they're like, Elliott, what do you think we should do? She can't walk, she can barely talk. Should we make her sleep here? Should we get her a crab? Like, what should we do? And what they didn't know is like 6 months earlier, she had gotten blackout drunk and called me the N-word. Yeah, and her name was Caitlin too, so it was not okay. And that is her real name. Follow me on Instagram, I'll tell you her last name, I don't care. But so they asked me, they're like, Elliott, what should we do? She can't walk, she can barely talk, what should we do? So I thought about it for a second, right? I was like, I think we should make her smoke another. That's what I think we should do. Tonight's the night we kill this white devil! All right, you guys have been great. Thank you so much. Enjoy, Robby! Give it over to Samara one more time.